So you just signed up for PTYA or are going through it, congrats. This is a video to help you get the most out of your experience. Hi, I'm Peter and I took Cohort 4 last year. I'm an investment banker at Goldman Sachs turned content creator in San Francisco. Since I joined PTYA 12 months ago, I've grown my subscriber count from around 280 to a little over 1,000 today. Now I have a pretty good system for making a video every week and getting incrementally better each video. I still do weekly calls with my accountability group. Some of them have grown their channels from like 200 subscribers to like 15,000 subscribers. It's definitely possible if you apply the lessons from PTYA. Here are my top 10 tips for getting the most out of PTYA. 1, make all 6 videos, do all the homework. Theory is queen and application is king. The most important thing you can do in this course is to turn in a video on time every week so that you can get feedback. And it really helps you to get better a lot faster than if you didn't get the feedback. 2, commit. Life is short and PTYA is shorter. It's really one of those things where you get out what you put in, and there is so much that you can put into PTYA and there's so much you can get out of it. So really commit to doing all the homework, going to as many classes as you can, and putting yourself out there to meet people. In my experience, I got so much more out of PTYA than I put in. 3, write down your goals. What does success look like for you? What are the top 3 things you want to get out of the course? What would you feel really good about if you did those things after the 4 weeks end? 4, prepare. Before the course starts, I would highly recommend getting all your gear ready, go to the gear sessions that they have, and start ordering your gear if you don't have it. Personally, if you want to move beyond your phone, I'd suggest getting the Sony ZV-E10 and the Sigma 16mm lens. That's what I'm shooting on. And just get yourself a Rode Video Micro or a Rode NTG mic. And if you're by a window, I would just shoot in natural daylight. But if you do want to shoot at night, you can buy a softbox. They're pretty cheap on Amazon. And if you don't know how to edit, definitely try to take Ollie's editing course on Final Cut, or go to one of the sessions for Final Cut or Premiere before the course starts. And that'll really, really help you to get the most out of the course. Because once all the sessions start, things really take off, and you want to at least know how to do basic editing before everything starts. 5, say hi. On Circle, I would suggest just posting a quick like 2-minute-ish video to say hi to the other PTYAers. A simple structure you could start with is something like your name, where you're from, what you do, what's your channel about, what are your goals for PTYA. For me, at least 50% of the value of PTYA was making friends and building a support system and just being a part of a community of YouTubers. So I would definitely try to say hi if you can. 6, plan your sessions. Before the course starts, I would suggest taking a look at the course calendar and marking down all the sessions that are must-sees for you. And then I would also mark the nice-to-sees. And those are things that you could watch later, but you don't really need them right now. For the must-sees, try to watch those sessions before the week's over, because I found that if I missed a session and didn't rewatch it that same week, some of those sessions, it took me a few months to finally remember and get back to. 7, ask questions in real time. For me, this was one of the best parts of the course.
Peter, any suggestions on how to integrate shorts into our strategy? Should we do shorts in our main channel or create a second channel?
If you have any questions when Ollie, his team, the guests are speaking, don't be shy and just put them in the chat and try to ask your questions. I had so many questions that I let bounce around in my head and just I ruminated on, and they really blocked me. For example, just taking a few months to decide on a channel name, whether it was gonna be Peter Sue or like a brand name. I took so long to figure that out. But if I just asked Ollie or someone, it probably would have taken like 5 minutes for me to be like, okay, that's coming from a world-class expert. That's a great starting point. Let's just go with that. So it could really save you a lot of time if you ask questions and just close feedback loops as quickly as possible. And if you're shy and don't want to ask a question during the live session, then I would go to Circle and post your question and just get help from other students. 8, summarize your notes. There's so much good information that you get during PTYA. I took a lot of notes, but I didn't summarize them. When I went back to look at them the other day, it took me literally like 10 hours to go through all my notes. My advice would be to, after each session, just summarize your notes, take a few minutes so that you can just do a quick reference and just grok all of your takeaways from the course really quickly. 9, put yourself out there. Community is such a big part of PTYA and is definitely my favorite part of the whole course. I would definitely suggest taking the initiative to put yourself out there, whether it's turning on your camera on the Zoom calls, being active in the chat during the Zoom calls, having fun in the breakout rooms, posting your videos to Circle, asking for feedback, asking questions. Like, don't be shy, just unload everything and Go look at people's stuff, try to be helpful, give them feedback. Go to the happy hours and then meet people and try to set up your accountability partners, your groups, and eventually you might make some great friends.
I signed up to PTYA thinking I was going to know how to do a video. It turns out I learned loads more. I learned about newsletters, I've made some friends, I've come down to London to meet strangers I've met off the internet. It is a beautiful community of people that just want everyone to get better.
What are we talking about here?
PTYA vlog.
Your PTYA vlog.
Whatever you want to say.
Peter is awesome.
That's what we like to hear. Subscribe.
Shout out to Nikita.
One of the best things I got from the course was I still do weekly calls with my accountability group on Zoom, and I'm on a WhatsApp thread with some friends from PTYA, and we still ask each other for feedback on titles, thumbnails. We talk about what's going well, what's been tough. Having a support system really has made a huge difference for me. 10. Get social. Ollie brings this up a lot. If you're not already doing it, I would definitely get on Twitter and or Instagram and start tweeting to people, posting stories about the course. It's a really great way to document, share what you're learning with people. I found that I met and got to know people a lot better from the course by just watching their Instagram stories, them replying to my stories. We started DMing and just becoming friends that way. If you have any questions, definitely post them on Circle so that you can get the most help and we can all learn with each other. So with that, I hope you have fun and I'll see you in Circle.